together again today. I'm Beth.
I'm Caden.
And I'm Ava.
Now, are you ready to get in the mix?
I am.
I am too.
That's awesome. We are going to kick this morning off with this month's memory verse, Psalm 27, verse 13. We can be sure that we will see the goodness of the Lord while we are still alive. Isn't that amazing?
It's super cool because when we rely on God, we can basically just wing it.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, because God is so good, it doesn't really matter what we do.
That's not exactly right, Caden. You see, God wants us to get in the mix with him. You know, our friends over in the So and So show, they've been talking about this too. Let's join them now.
Oh, hey, hello everyone. My name is John.
And I'm Brandon.
And this is the So and So show.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe you noticed my attire?
It's hard to not notice.
Yeah, you better be nice to me because, buddy, I'm about to hit the big time.
Oh, you sound so confident.
I am totally confident.
I'd love to hear more about your plan to become famous while wearing a white turtleneck.
I will give it to you. To answer that question, Brandon, I'll need to bring on a guest.
Someone who knows stuff?
Someone who knows. Boom! Hey, come on over here and have a seat.
Good to see you.
Hi, Brandon. Partner.
Partner.
For those in our audience who don't know you, Cassie, who are you and what do you know?
Hello, my name is Cassie. I'm an influencer slash singer slash YouTuber slash fashion icon, but I'm on the show because John is my cousin.
Family.
Okay, and apparently you and John have some plan to become famous?
We certainly do.
We're
Brandon.
entering ourselves into a high-stakes singing competition.
And the winners of the competition get a record contract.
Wow, that's great. So, John, I didn't know that you were interested in being a singer.
I guess I'm not, Brandon, but you know what I am interested in? Fame.
And I'm interested in the integrity of the music.
She sure is! That's why Cassie's been practicing around the clock.
Oh, yeah, what about you?
Huh?
I mean, have you been practicing?
I mean, what is practice? Practice? Why are we talking about practice?
What are you saying? Are you telling me that you haven't been working on our routine?
No, of course not. No, I've been working on our routine.
Oh, well, why don't you do it for us then? I can't wait to hear it.
I'm ready, John. Are you?
All right then, take it away.
Okay. Hey everyone, what an amazing crowd we have here today. I'm Cassie, and this is John,
Yeah.
and together we're
Sun-kissed apples and the two balloons.
the Sunshine Duo.
Yeah.
And our first song is Love in the Summertime.
Love in the summertime.
I just said that. 2, 3,
4.
4. Ooh, oh, ah. I'm walking down the street with the sun blazing on.
I know love.
Hi, the sun is up high. John, what was the matter with you?
No, nothing. I'm fine. I just didn't have time to look at that one. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, the other one I'm way better on, so don't worry.
Oh, super. Let's hear that one.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. What a wonderful audience. Our next song is about lions.
Lions, and it's called
Lion time.
Lion Time.
2, 3,
4. I'm in the zoo. I'm in the zoo.
I'm walking around and I see a lion.
Roar!
I'm a fan of lions, and they're a fan of me. Okay, John, why don't you know the song?
I thought I could wing it. We're naturally talented, right?
Yes.
Yes, and I didn't feel like it would be a problem to just go out there and just, zip that doodle zablo, where are you going?
I am going to see if there is anything in the bylaws of the competition that allows me to leave my partner, even though we signed up as a team.
No, don't do that, Cassie!
And you know what? You can't keep that vest.
No! I don't understand. It wasn't that bad, was it?
Do you want me to tell you the truth?
Yes.
It was awful.
Then no.
I just don't think your plan to wing it was the best plan.
But I'm good at winging it. I'm like a, one of those, they're a bird on the, they're on the mountain and they just, like that. That's how good I am at winging it.
Uh-huh. It's Bible story time with Kellen.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, Kellen, do you think I'm a great singer?
It wouldn't be the first way I'd describe you.
The second?
What are we talking about today, Kellen?
Today we're talking about the Battle of Jericho. And for a story so epic, I'll need help from the So-and-So Show players. Here's the backstory. Joshua, Moses' former right-hand man, had led the Israelites into the land God had promised them, the land of Canaan. Now, the Canaanites were enemies of the Israelites. So, if the Israelites were going to stay in that land, they'd have to fight. And that's where our story begins, with Joshua thinking about what to do next near the high-walled city of Jericho.
How can a city, tall and surrounded by walls, be conquered by this ragtag tribe? We're so small. I know we got the Lord, but how do we do it? We rush the front gate and try to burst through it? I'm working on a plan. I'm following God's command. We're gonna take a stand, but I'm still just one man. Who are you? Are you on our side or the side of our enemies?
I am on neither side. I have come as the commander of the Lord's army. Now take off your sandals. You are standing on holy ground. The Lord has decided to hand Jericho over to you.
The Lord told Joshua how they would defeat Jericho. They should march around the city for 7 days. And on the seventh day, they should march around the city again 7 times. Then blow some trumpets, and the city walls would just fall down. Joshua gathered his army together to tell them the plan.
Abinadab, here. Elijah, here. And Sheki.
Yep.
The Lord has said we will win Jericho.
How can we pass this giant wall?
The Lord above has got a plan.
What if their army destroys us all?
Like I said, we've got this, man. We'll walk around for 7 days, and then we'll blow some horns.
But that's it.
We don't know exactly what was going through the minds of the Israelites over the course of the week, but I'm guessing there were a lot of questions. Would walking around a city and then blowing some trumpets be enough? Will the walls really fall down? Was God's plan really the best plan? There's a good chance Joshua had to calm his men's fears to help them have confidence.
Every night after marching, I will pray.
Pray, pray, pray.
I just wish the results could have happened today.
Day, day, day.
You know we need to trust in God's plan. It's hard to believe, but it's true.
How could trumpets beat an army so much bigger than you?
We have to have confidence in the Lord.
But I'm scared. There's so much to take on.
Yeah, I know. It's scary to do something that doesn't seem like it makes sense, but remember, God can see the whole picture. I know there's a reason for His design. He has promised all will be fine. We just have to wait on Him. We just have to wait on Him.
Joshua and the Israelites did as the Lord told them. They marched around the city for 6 days. And on the seventh day, they marched around the walls of Jericho 7 times. Then they blew their trumpets.
Shout! The Lord has given you the city!
The walls fell and the Israelites took the city.
Oh, we did it, guys! The plan actually worked!
I never had a doubt.
Oh, we didn't throw away our chance!
No, we didn't throw away our chance.
We didn't understand, but we trusted in God's plan,
And we didn't throw away our chance!
What a great job! Let's hear it for the So-and-So Show players. It isn't always easy to see God's plan, especially when things in your life or in the world seem out of control. But remember, we only see a small part of the puzzle. God sees the whole picture, and we can be confident that He knows what's best. I'll see you next time, fellas.
That's awesome. They didn't understand God's plan, but they also didn't throw away their chance to get in the mix.
You are so right, Ava. I love the story of Joshua. He was always willing to get in the mix with God, even when it seemed impossible. Let's listen to that story now.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story. Inspired by the book of Joshua, chapters 5 and 6.
For 40 years, God's people wandered the desert. At last, they reached the land that God had promised them. Joshua led them to the edge of the rushing Jordan River.
The priests will carry the ark of the Lord.
The ark was a beautiful chest that reminded the Israelites that God was with them.
As soon as the priests step into the Jordan, it will stop flowing.
Sure enough, as soon as the foot of the first priest touched the edge of the river, the waters parted. God's people crossed on dry land, just as God had led them through the Red Sea 40 years before.
God did this so that all the nations on earth would know that He is powerful.
Soon after, the Amorites and Canaanites living in the land had heard what God had done. Fearful, they retreated back to their towns, including the high-walled city of Jericho.
Oh, great. Like, how do we fight them now?
God will show us the way.
That evening, Joshua left camp and snuck toward Jericho. The walls loomed impossibly strong.
So tall.
As he turned, Joshua saw a man standing nearby holding a sword.
Who are you? Are you on our side or the side of our enemies?
I have come as the commander of the Lord's army.
Joshua knelt down, face to the ground.
What message does my Lord have for me?
Take off your sandals. The place you are on is holy ground.
Joshua tugged off his shoes.
I have handed Jericho over to you.
Joshua listened carefully as the Lord delivered a message. A battle plan unlike any other.
Wow. Okay. We'll do it, Lord.
Joshua called for the priests.
Get the Ark of the Covenant, and I need 7 of you to march in front of the Ark with trumpets.
Sorry, just warming up.
Joshua gathered the army too.
Time to move out.
Like, do we get to attack now?
March around the city.
Just, like, go in circles?
Some of you march ahead of the Ark of the Lord, and the rest of you march behind.
Can we at least shout and stuff? Hey, Jericho, you guys smell like cheese!
Don't give a war cry or raise your voices until the day I tell you to shout. But the priests must blow their trumpets. Forward, march!
The entire army, including the priests, marched one time around Jericho, just as the Lord had instructed Joshua.
Now can we get them?
Back to camp, men. We march again tomorrow.
The next morning, the Israelites marched around the city once again. And then on day 3, once again on day 4, not to mention day 5, and once again on day 6.
We march again at sunrise.
I have blisters.
At dawn on the 7th day, the army and priests formed their strange parade once more. But this time, once they finished marching around the city one time, Joshua called out,
Keep marching!
Again? My feet are killing me.
The Lord has told me we must march around the city 7 times today.
On the 7th time around, the priests blew a long blast on their trumpets.
Now shout! The Lord has given you the city.
As the shouts of the Israelites rang out in the clear morning air, something incredible happened. The massive walls of Jericho began to tremble. The gates shivered and quaked. Jagged cracks ran through the heavy stones. Rocks began to tumble from the tops of the walls. Little rocks, large stones, giant boulders, until at last the walls collapsed, crashing in on themselves. The ground quaked, and plumes of dust burst into the air. As the air cleared, the Israelites stared in amazement. The city of Jericho stood wide open.
Take the city!
With nothing standing in their way, the Israelites charged right in. That day, they completely defeated the city of Jericho. God was with Joshua, and he became well known everywhere in the land.
Hello, Superstars. In Kellen's story today, Joshua and his army were marching round the city of Jericho. On their final lap round, they were blowing trumpets and the walls of the city came tumbling down. For your craft at home today, we are going to make our own city of Jericho and we're going to watch the wall come tumbling down. You will need a piece of A4 paper, a piece of card. I've chosen to go for green card. You'll need a pen, some colouring pencils, some scissors, some sellotape and 2 cocktail sticks. First, take your piece of A4 white paper and fold it in half. On half of this piece of paper you're going to draw the wall of Jericho. It will look something like this. Now you might want to add some windows and colour it in. It will look like this. Now you need to unfold the paper and you need to cut along here and cut down both sides. Now with this other piece of paper that you cut off, you want to fold it in half and fold it in half again. And now you want to cut down each of the folds. Use your sellotape to tape these together, so you should have 4 strips taped together to make one long strip. Now on this long strip, we are going to draw Joshua and his army, the Israelites. Use your black pen to draw them marching along the strip of paper, blowing trumpets. This is Joshua. Continue to draw the other Israelites along the paper. Once you've drawn your army, take your paper, move it round to the other side and tape it together. You might also want to colour some of them in. Now take your wall and you need to fold the bottom up by about 2 centimetres. Next, take 2 cocktail sticks and you want to stick them onto the bottom of this folded bit. Take your wall and place it onto your green card. On your green card, you want to make a mark that is the same size as the wall. Next, you need to get a pair of scissors and cut a slit in your card. You might need to get a grown-up to help you with this. Now that all that's left to do is to watch your city tumble. Slide your wall through the slit in your card. Here you have the city of Jericho. Here is Joshua and his men. And they're going to march round the city walls 7 times. And on the 7th time round, the city wall came tumbling down. I hope you've enjoyed this craft this week and we'll see you again soon. Bye!
I know the reason why my feet can't stop, my heart can't help but sing. It's a wonderful feeling to feel your love for me, to feel the joy you bring. Your love is the answer Jesus. You're why I'm singing out. The reason is you, Jesus. You're what it's all about. At the cross you set me free, and I'm thankful that you love me. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. I'm thankful that you love me. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I know the reason why my hands are up, my feet dance down below. It's a wonderful feeling that I belong to you, no matter where I may go. Your love is the answer, so I sing to you. The reason is you, Jesus. You're why I'm singing out. The reason is you, Jesus. You're what it's all about. At the cross you set me free, and I'm thankful that you love me. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. I'm thankful that you love me. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. All right, let's get it. Come on. 1, 2, 3, sing. I can't stop this feeling. Jesus, you're the reason. I never wanna shake this feeling. Jesus, you're the reason. I can't stop this feeling. Jesus, you're the reason. I never wanna shake this feeling. Jesus, you're the reason. The reason is you, Jesus. You're why I'm singing out. The reason is you, Jesus. You're what it's all about. At the cross you set me free, and I'm thankful that you love me. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. So thankful that you love me. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on. I can't stop this feeling. Jesus, you're the reason. Let's go. I never wanna shake this feeling. Jesus, you're the reason. Come on. I can't stop this feeling. Jesus, you're the reason. Come on. I never wanna shake this feeling. Jesus, you're the reason.
What an awesome morning. Our confidence comes from knowing that God has a plan and He is faithful.
Yes, you are so right. Well, we hope you guys have a fab rest of the day, and we will see you next week. But until then, remember, you were
Born to shine.
Bye!